All right, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Minetest gameplay of sorts. Yeah, and it's 71.5 degrees in Chicagoland. Rainy, dreary. It could be worse. So, how's everybody doing in your part of the world? Good to hear that. So, let us jump into a little experiment here. I've been playing around, and every once in a while I do this. I will create a new world, which is very easy to do, as you can see here. And just go crazy with mods. Yeah. So if you're in Minetest 5 and above, they have a content setting and you can browse online content and it will show you all the mods that you have installed, and you can just go through all the mods and pick them. So in this world, I have baked clay, basic materials. I have beautiful flowers, and you just go through. So if we go back to start game, select mods for that world. All the ones that are in green are what I have chosen. As you can see, ambience, baked clay, basic materials, beautiful flowers, bone meal, Castlegate, city gen, config, doors. Config is a dependency for doors. And if you click on it, there it is, config. And when you click on one of the mods, it'll show you what the optional dependencies are and what the actual dependencies are. So there you go. Default. I'd like to get this LT tool mod to work. Map block, mom and pop's furniture, mob kit, mobs. And then I only have like fish and turtles. Here's another cool one. My fences, my paint. Gilbert brought up that I said it would look like the garage door that was open and being used as a roof. It's actually from my my sheet metal. One of those there's a bunch of mods. My fences, my paint. Yeah. You can go through native villages, people. Huh. I thought I had something else in here. I wonder what vehicle mash, library mount. I should have that because it installs dependencies also. Yeah, right there. I wonder if let's enable that and see what happens. Hit save, go to play a game. And it's going to take a minute or two because I done did load up on all the mods. Not like my official world, but nevertheless. So what I'm going to do is I just started building something. It's stupid. But it was a lot of fun. And that's basically what the game, is kind of all about. Having fun with it, just doing stuff. So we come out here to, look, I got a cat already. Nice. He seems to be purring. So let's take a look at this little world here real quickly. I did something interesting with these my fences. And these my fences are cool because you can paint them. So if you type in fences, there they are. We have corners, we have a privacy fence, garden fence, and to paint them. Now, if you're in survival, you have to. I believe it's a. Okay. There's people. We'll look at that in a second. But to create the paint buckets, you need dye, the color dye that you want, and a bucket of water. And it creates a fence. And then you have a paintbrush, which you make out of wool, white wool, and a stick. And there you have it. You have a paintbrush. And you also have a scraper, which will scrape the paint. I need to figure out where that's coming from. All right, so here's the living room. TV. And then we have the privacy fences used as a room partition. Then we come into the kitchen. Now, this is something really cool. It's the it's for these doors. I'm going to turn on debug to show what these are. So this is the doors mod. And if you notice, you open the door and the door will automatically close. And that's because there's this little wrench that when you right click on it, door closing is set to open, is set to manually close, or to auto close. And I really like that. That's kind of cool. We're going to go out here. You can't see. Okay. You can't see anything out here. This is because this is so high up. We're going to tackle that mod in a second. So we have a kitchen, and for whatever reason, the mom and pop's oven, it still doesn't work. It won't let you put in. Let's take some food here. And I thought I had some coal. I guess I do not. I will go get some. And it really, where do I want you to go? I want you to go right there. Nice. So for whatever reason, I cannot get this oven to work. Uncooked food, it just won't take any food, and it won't take any fuel. So I solved that by putting, you notice all the floor tiles here. That one's not. That is an oven or a furnace. There you are. So I can take this, I can put my food in there, and guess what works? Wow, you can hear it. Very nice. So we have nice views, kitchen cabinets, and the oven is working. Now we have food. Very cool. So that's one way of getting around to make something aesthetically pleasing. And let's put the food in the refrigerator because, you know, don't want food to spoil there. So we saw the living room. This goes out to the barn. This, I don't know what is going on. Okay, there's a reindeer. We'll get to them. And of course we have a bathroom for realism's sake with an auto closing shower door. So no house would be complete without a computer center. Nice. And we have a little bedroom area. And the whole thing is just to see what can be made. So this is the privacy fences stacked. We'll show that in a minute. There's my little courtyard. We can go down here. The other level, I was experimenting with these cool mom and pop stairs. And this is the source of that. I don't know why you're talking, but you're annoying. It's the people. They don't do anything though. I was hoping they would, like this one's a farmer. Like I was hoping it would go farm or something. There's my catfish farm. I was playing with the catfish. That is loud. There's a doggy over there. So we are going to go up because I don't want to spend too much time out here. But the whole thing is to do an experiment in being creative. So we have some ventilation. Mom and pop's fans. And here's those privacy fences. So you come in here and you take your paintbrush. And we're already at white. We can change them to gray. And then we can change them to green. Or anything that we want. And that's in the colors. So we are going to leave that one, take that one, and take the paint scraper. And the paint scraper is just there to send it back to natural wood. Yes, thank you, doggy. So that's a cool mod. The only problem with this mod is that there's no gates. So you kind of have to, if you want to do a gate, you can do something like a castle gate, like I have over here. But then if you do that, you're not going to be able to match the colors. So, and now we have a cow in the way and I can't get through. So I will just walk through. There we go. So I just made this into an open area here. Some trees, we have some chickens, some crops. Nice. Made it realistic. I know this is, it's kind of dumb, but it just shows what you can do with it. So this castle gate here slides. I've shown castle gates before. Unfortunately, you can't paint the castle gates. That would be cool. And these over here, so this was made just from the gate. These actually have an edge and a hinge. And you have to use your screwdriver to make the hinge rotate. But the whole purpose of this is, even though it's off a little bit, because my opening is 6 or 5 blocks, so we have 3 and 2. But that's how you can make split gates. We'll leave that open and figure out what the heck is going on here. If we're going to have to listen to that this entire time. But these fences also make very conceivable, stable partitions. And there's a rideable reindeer. You ride it with the saddle. So it was just fun to do this. These are mom and pop's lights. So we are going to look at, I'm going to have to jump over again. So these are beautiful flowers. Yes, they are. That's what the mod is called. So like I said, I just went through and just built it, just to build it. And go from there. So what we are going to do is we're going to take a look at the city gen mod. Now, I have modified this because this patio wasn't here, but I kind of like it. This is the top of this building, and I didn't build this building. This mod did it for me. So we're going to go down to the lobby using the telnet or travnet, and we cannot, anybody that sees my videos knows I put a tree in every lobby because, and we have the apocalyptic donut of doom. Nice. So this is really cool, this city gen. So you could take a brand new world. I would not do this in a world that is that you don't want it to change. This city gen generates a 20 by 20 block area with buildings and different buildings. I didn't make any of these. And the more lights is needed to put in the street lights. Now, this is not how the streets come. And it would have been nice because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you're going to put lines on the street, you're going to have to go in the middle. And I don't know how that would look. Let's and I also have the Streets 2 mod. So if we look for the lines, I thought they were in here. It's not in there. I know there's a way to put the lines in. I have to remember how to do it. I wonder why the road markings aren't in there. The asphalt's in there. The asphalt's right there. I will have to look into that. But because it's an even number, you kind of are going to have to put the line markings to one side. But nevertheless, so I was playing with, look at that. Look at the detail on that building. And there is a way of being able to generate the buildings. So there's a lot of slope blocks and everything else. Here's this one building. And this reminds me of, there's a building in London that's kind of a spiral, and it has a skeleton of glass and steel, and that's what that reminds me of. So I put these in from the Streetlights mod because I like them. And I was playing with ranged weapons, and I actually blew a hole in my street, so I barricaded it. We don't want people to fall in because it's all water down there. That's actually a sewer. So here's how it comes. When you generate the streets, it's all like this. It's got gravel, and whenever you've seen a 3-foot high curb. So there is that. But there's a lot of opportunities of what you can do with this. I wonder if those vehicles showed up. Let's see. Yes, we have vehicles. Vehicle mash. Ooh, I want a yellow car. I've always wanted a yellow car. What is that? That's a windshield. Oh, that's for survival. If you make it in survival. There we go. We have a car. I should have saved that. I like the bus. I want a bus. Okay. That's kind of cool. Let's see what the bus can do. Oh, that's nice. Except, isn't there a brake? I guess there's no brake. All right. I like that. It looks like a smart car, sort of. So here's your buildings. And there's a whole bunch of different variations on the buildings. Oh, you finally decided to move. Except he's not doing anything. What are you doing? He will follow, he will stand. Okay. So what you can do is you can generate all these buildings, and you could, if this was on a, and some corners have street signs on it, they haven't all populated. The only problem was that some of the artifacts from when this when this mod generated didn't go away, and you'll find that. But here we have another building over here, and it's up to the person to do something with it. In other words, create a town just by using that. You could put this on a server, have a bunch of friends come over and play, and just do it. So what I did is I actually copied this building, and I'm going to show you what I did with it. But there's a lot of really cool, very simple designs. I like how all those fit, and it goes down. Now, every once in a while, you will see a manhole cover, sort of. It's a trap door, and it goes down into the sewers. Now, what would have been real cool is this is a cool opportunity. You could kind of very easily put a subway train in here, and you have a complete subway system. You just have to do a little finagling and use your imagination. But that's how it runs under every single building. And then there are areas where there's like a grassy park. So as you can see, this didn't really come in. That's not supposed to be there. But nevertheless, it is an excellent opportunity. Here's some street signs. And there's a wall of ice. Nice. It is an opportunity to do something. Now, this is a newly generated world. You can see here's shadows because there's stuff overhead. It's not perfect, but you could really play with it. I put that there. I copied it and put it there. So there. And it's really neat that in Minetest videos, I saw Nathan was talking about dynamic lighting. And the cool thing about that is you can see how the light actually mimics light sources and the shadows. And if you have colored glass it will also project that. But I really like how that worked. So what we're going to do now is go back home and why did I do that? Oh, here we go. And we're going to show you how I took those buildings using World Edit. What? It's a rideable reindeer. I took those buildings using World Edit and put it in this world. So we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Nice. So what we have here, we're out at this. This is not the real world. This is, well, it is a real world, but this is where I do prototyping and stuff like that, so I don't ruin my real world. Even though I have backups of everything, but it is a pain to try to fix something. So what I'll do is I'll do crazy stuff in here, as you're going to see. And if I don't like it, it doesn't matter. There's a bridge. As we come out of the bridge, under the bridge here, we have this cool area over here, and you can already see the building rendering in. I made some mistakes. Let's see what we got. And here's the building that I copied from that other world. Now, Gilbert brought up about the house, the falling water, my version of the falling water house, and saying, well, because I made a world edit file out of it. And how you do that is with the save and load feature of world edit. But what ends up happening is if you have blocks in one world that are not in the other world, it will cause the game to crash when trying to populate said world edit file. So this is what I threw in here. Back behind the theater and the tech building and the condos. So what I'm playing with this area here, I wonder if I have the wands installed. Yes, I do. Ooh, a smoothie. Take one of those because why not? Ah, that was refreshing and stupid. But what I'm going to do here is see about doing something like this because I don't want to get too, oh, I don't like what that just did. I want to create like banks. It might be a little too low, and you got to be careful around the tree area because it will, see, it causes the trees, but you get to learn how to use different, I should have cleared the trees and I didn't. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just playing around with this area because this, where'd those come from? This would be a cool way of creating a little lake here behind all these buildings and then tying it in here where it goes down and it feeds around the bridge into the other water section. So that's something I'm going to play with because this, like I said, this was an accident that this happened. And this is kind of deep, but I can make a ledge here, like with a patio, and then come down about 2 blocks and then start the water. But you kind of get the what I'm going at here. So this building is nestled in this area here of my modern world. And because of the way that the building rendered in, these were all blank. So I kind of fixed that. And it kind of goes with this design here, but it works. And then I'm going to raise the road up a little bit to make this more accessible. But then again, I thought, why? So I'm going to put some trees in here because if you come in this parking lot here, I made the entire first floor a garage. So this solves the parking problem. And then it can just go up into there. And this side was also just all flat. And I put these huge windows in. And then you can do whatever you want with the rest of the building. So that's how that worked. How this worked is we're going to destroy some area over here. Oh, here's another one. Look at that. There's a reason why I put these in. I do. So I changed the blocks. This area here, it goes from industrial to, or business to the nature center over here. And this is the one house that I can copy as a world edit file. I was just playing around with this. And I actually do like how that turned out. How that fit right into this area that I was trying to settle it in. But this is a custom block too. This is my own Tan 2 block. So there is that. And that's a failed building over here, which I got to get rid of. But it's real easy to change the blocks that you have. And I will show that because this is steel, as you see now. Now for this building, and I am going to put this in the RGS modern world, because this building here, this is my garage entrance. And it's going to come into here. And then this is going to be the garage floor. Cool. And I'll show you how, real quickly, you can identify blocks. And I'm recording this video like 4 different times because it was boring for one, and it was over an hour. So let's take a section of building here, and we're going to mark it with a 1, and we're going to go up here and mark this as a 2. So we have our section here. Nice. And we have debug turned on, so this is ironstone. But this here is a slope. So it's a slope iron underscore stone. Okay. So if we look at these blocks here, these are steel, but they're block steel. Slope, block steel. This is the cool part. So you come in here, and I have world edit turned on, obviously. And we're going to go into replace nodes, and we're going to look at, boy, I'm really off here, but I want to get this ironstone. So we have slope underscore iron underscore stone. And see if we can find it. There it is. Now we can do slope underscore block. Was it steel block? Oh, my memory. Block underscore steel. Yeah. And then we're going to replace those nodes. And it's done. So you can also use that, as you're going to see, these outer blocks are not, there's an outer right there. So you have an inner, and then we have an outer. So now we're going to change the, we're going to put an underscore. I think it's an outer. It could be inner. Oh. No, slope, ironstone. Let's try inner. Oh, it's an inner. Okay. So we will do the same thing for that one and replace those nodes. And you saw the node change. And you can do the same thing for the outer ones. Except I have to find an outer one. I don't think there is one here. But by using your replace tool, I don't think there's an outer one on here. You can change, and it takes a little time because obviously now I have to go in and replace. Let's go back and do 1 and then go up here to 2. And now what I have to do is get rid of that and get rid of the slope. And it's going to do the actual block. Come over here and replace nodes. And there you have it. So now we have a more, that's all I'm going to do. And you can change it to anything that you have in your inventory. Obviously, it only did the outer one because I didn't get the inner one, but you could see the difference. Oh, there is an inner, or there is an outer one. No, it's not there. But that's how you can change those blocks. Now, just for giggles, that's a cool looking building. As you can see, I've already transformed the way it looked twice. But we're going to come over here and we're going to see if this will work. We're going to mark that as 1. So this might not work, but then again, it doesn't matter. We're going to go back into our world edit save load. And I think I called this Z1. We'll see. Allocate. Oh, there it is. So that's Z1. Let's see how badly we oh, this is going to cause some problems here. Let's see how badly we mess this world up. Now we're going to load it. And it's going to load 217,056 blocks. So while that's doing that, oh, it finished it. Very cool. That is how we load. Let's get rid of some stuff here because why not? But that's all it takes. Now, I should have cleared this area first. But that can create some really cool effects. You can put a waterfall in there. Oh, well, that didn't work out too well. But you can see how easy it is to move stuff from one area to another. And then just play with it. Actually, that's kind of cool how that sat in there. You could do something with that. But that is how you can get inspired and play with things. I mean, I created all these other buildings, but every once in a while it's a good exercise just to take something else that's already existing and make it into your own. So you can go through all the mods, and I'm going to fix this area in the real world. So the idea is to have the street go straight through. And obviously this house isn't here in my real world, but there is a subway under here. There should be. Yeah, there's a subway. And it ends right over there. So we have that. And you know, I mean, I'm going to change all these other blocks here. You can get creative by doing I don't know. Let's take it from here and go over to here, and let's set these nodes as grass. Set nodes as dirt underscore with underscore grass. Boom. There you have it. And that's how you can just play around with World Edit. And there's a mix command, which I've shown. But now I can put my famous tree in here. I think I will do that before I end the video. Oh, let's see what happens. You know, everybody wants to. So we'll go here. We're going to destroy some property here. Maybe not. Oh, that's sweet. That's nice. It stayed within the blocks. There we go. We have a birch tree inside the building. My famous signature trees. All right. So, yeah, it's not for everybody to do. Not everybody's going to want to do something like that, but you can really get creative. And that's what I plan on doing. So we're going to end it there because I kind of waffled and went on. I'm the king of waffles, but you can make something fit. And I'm going to change the coal stone to something that'll match and go in with these buildings. Steel is a good choice. The concrete from Technic is a good choice. We have dark gray. We have tan 1. There's a couple other block colors that I could use. This is the wall stone, but I don't want that building in wall stone because I don't think that'll fit right in. And then create this whole area over here and make a water path go down and see how it works. So that is going to do it as we travel back over to home base. That's a big building, but that's kind of cool. I turned down. I threw all 3 buildings in there. I don't want to do that too much because having the same style of building, you know, it just wouldn't look natural in with everything else. So we are going to continue to play with this area. Like I said, this is my practice world. So yeah, take it for what it's worth. It doesn't matter if I ruin anything here because it can be fixed and go from there. So I'm going to leave it right here. We're going to just sit out here on the deck, look at the sun go down. So thank you very much for watching. And like I said, you can go back in your mods. We'll go back into here. We have the shooter mod. We have the Streets 2.0 mod. We have my fences, more blocks. And you could just go through the content page and the browse online content. And the other cool thing is if you go to what is it called? Let me pull it up here. To screen capture. There we go. Screen capture. Where is it? Content.minetest.net. And you can get a visual representation of all the mods. And these do better at linking. But that's what this in-game one is. It's just a very basic one. And you can click on this and it will open this in a web browser. But you can get a good idea of the mods that you already want. And then just play from there. So thank you very much for watching. And get building. And goodbye.